Good morning guys and welcome to Hikelpedia. As any of my regular viewers will know, there is one snack above all that I like to take when I'm hiking or riding my Brompton, and that is the curry puff. So for today's video I thought I'd do something a little different and have a curry puff taste off. Basically what I'm going to do is collect a few different varieties of curry puff, taste them and then rank them accordingly. But you know me, it wouldn't be the same unless I did a bit of history first. A very early example of a fusion food, the exact origins of the curry puff are uncertain. Some say it was inspired by the Portuguese empanada, although others will tell you that the British Cornish pasty or the Indian samosa were the original inspiration. As the name suggests, the curry puff is comprised of a curry filling wrapped in a pastry outer layer, and it's usually fried, although some versions are baked depending on the kind of pastry used. Over the years, different cultures have adopted different styles. In Singapore, the Chinese version is the most commonly seen curry puff. It is made using short crust pastry, usually filled with a curry that contains chicken and potato and a hard-boiled egg, and is usually fried. Another popular version is the Malay style curry puff, which is also fried, although traditionally it doesn't feature curry and is filled with either sardines or potato, flavoured with a rempah spice paste. Also interesting is that the Malay version is often shaped to resemble a crescent in a hat tip to Islam. Indian curry puffs, meanwhile, are usually triangular or square shaped and quite often use flaky pastry. The curry puff was once a popular snack sold by street vendors before a number of shops took it mainstream. Polar Cafe, established in the 1920s, was one of the first to sell this popular pastry. Other popular brands include Tip Top, which has a Colonel Sanders style secret spice recipe. That was established in 1979. And then there's my go-to place for a curry puff fix, the ubiquitous Old Chang Kee, which started out in 1956 as a stall inside a coffee shop near the old Rex Theatre on Mackenzie Road. That was before it took over the world. Old Chang Kee also holds sentimental value for me, as it was the first ever curry puff I tried back in 2013. I got it from the kiosk opposite our hotel on Scotts Road while we were visiting Singapore on a family holiday. Other names for this most popular snack include Curry Pap, Epok Epok and Curry Pop, although that last one has worrying connotations for me. Anyway, enough history for now. All this talk of curry puffs is making me hungry, so I'm gonna go and get them. Okay guys, I've finished my mission. I've picked up 5 different kinds of curry puff in around an hour. The finest Badok has got to offer. I'm here at East Coast Park, the lovely East Coast Park, and I'm going to try each kind of curry puff and rate them according to which one I think's the best. So the first one I've got is 1A crispy puff. Its differentiator is that it's got a different kind of pastry. It's kind of crisp, really crumbly, flaky pastry. You'll see when I bite into it. Okay, so we've got this one. Now the second one I've got is the Singapore classic, the Old Chang Kee. Needs no further introduction, I'm sure. The third one is a whole handmade one from the Epok Epok shop in Badok Food Centre. I've had this before, it's pretty good. fourth one I've got is the standard Malay Muslims hawker centre curry puff. I think it was 3 for $2. And the last one I got was a flaky pastry triangle from the Indian store. You can pick these up at quite a few different hawker centres. Now they're all potato inside, although I believe the 1A and the Old Chang Kee will probably have some chicken inside as well. So let's go ahead with the first one, 1A. Now you can see the pastry on this one is quite special, it's very flaky. And you break it open, there's quite a lot of nice juicy curry in there. Let's give it a try. The curry it's very juicy, moist, and it's very flavorful. It's a nice amount of spice in there. The pastry is very buttery. It's a good one. I've never had this before. It's quite good. Okay, number 2, Old Chang Kee. I've had so many of these over the years I've been in Singapore. I already know what it's going to taste like because they're always the same. It's like a McDonald's burger. Taste the same every time you have one. Yep. Good old, reliable Old Chang Kee. The curry is not as moist. It doesn't have as much spice taste to it as the A1, but I mean, it's really good. I mean, anybody can eat these. My son will eat these. I mean, the pastry is always very buttery, kind of melt in your mouth, and yeah, I mean, it's exactly what I expected. Number 3, this is Epoch from the store at Bedok Food Centre. They told me it's potato, so I'm hoping it is. Let's give it a try. The pastry is very different to the other two. It's not so crumbly and flaky. It's kind of more, a little bit stretchy and chewy, but it's very nice. And the curry, it's got much more of a kick than those two, a little bit spicy. And the crust where it's been crimped is nice and crunchy. It's got really good texture, and the natural spices in the curry are really, really nice. Okay, number 4. It's the standard Muslim food store curry puff. 3 for $2. The pastry on this one is really, really soft. The curry, it's not as flavorful as the others, and it's kind of mushy. There's no like solid chunks in there at all. But the taste is okay. Not bad for the price. Okay, last one was the flaky, triangular shaped potato one from the Indian food store. I'm not gonna lie, I'm already pretty full. I'm not sure how much of this I'm gonna eat. Maybe a couple of mouthfuls is all I can handle. Give it a try. That first mouthful was all pastry. Let's try again. Okay, I don't think I can eat any more of that. It's very, very greasy, and to be honest, the potato inside doesn't have a lot of taste at all. Not a pleasant experience, to be perfectly frank. Okay guys, I've tried all 5 curry puffs, and now I'm going to rank them in ascending order. In last place, I'm afraid it's going to have to be the Indian style puff pastry potato puff. I can't call it a curry puff because it honestly doesn't taste of curry at all. So that's last place. Next, I'd say the Malay Muslim 3 for $2 curry puff. There's actually, these are not bad, there's nothing wrong with them, it's just I like the other ones better than this, but 3 for $2, it's really good value, and I would definitely buy these without a doubt. In third place, it pains me to say it, Old Chang Kee, my absolute favorite ever since I moved to Singapore. It's still good, it's good quality, you always know what you're going to get, the taste is good, but it's not winning today. Third place. Now this has been a tough decision to make, but we have joint winners. In equal first place we have 1A Crispy Puff and Epoch from Badok Food Centre. They're very different eating experiences, but they're both really nice, and I don't want to rate one over the other. I mean, this one, the filling is probably one of the tastiest fillings I've ever had in a curry puff, and I've had a lot of curry puffs over the years. It's very moist, the spices flavour is really nice, and yeah, it's just a really good overall eating experience. And this one, Epoch from Badok Food Centre, it just tastes as it is, handmade, made with some care, and the texture, when you bite into it, you get a bit of crispiness from the crimping on the pastry, and then you get the really nice kick from the curry, and you can taste the real spices. You know, it's not some kind of like spice mix from a factory, it just tastes really good. So yeah, these two are my top rated curry puffs. Now I'm gonna have a lie down because I'm so full. Probably not gonna have another curry puff for about 6 months. As much as I love curry puffs, and I do love curry puffs, eating 5 one after the other is just a little bit too much. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed my curry puff face off. If you did, then don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. And also, if you've got, let me know in the comments if you agree with my evaluation, or if you know of any other curry puffs that you think I should try or you'd like to recommend to me, because I'm always open to trying new ones. I just can't get enough of those curry puffs. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Alright, so I'll see you next week. Take it easy. Over and out. I just nearly crashed.